Om Shiva Raksha Babaji Og. Greetings, ascending light keepers of the holy grail lines of our Earth Angelics 144. Today we exit the central column of the 7 and begin our new journey down the 8th column on the Mayan Zolkeen calendar, beginning with Keen 141, Red Spectral Dragon. The power of our dragon nation are with us always. Column 8 contains the Omega run of 10 galactic activation portals in a row, beginning with Keen 146 through Keen 155 within the Yellow Seed wave spell. This is the expansion of consciousness through the Omega point into the Alpha of the new Earth timelessness. On this vision quest, we are going through some major recalibrations and transformations in our consciousness and DNA as new codes and keys are flowing in directly from the great central sun. Lightworkers are now closing all portals that connect to any dimension or timeline serving the nefarious ones and their false suffering time loops, dimensions, negative programs, and diabolical systems. The universe is benevolent and good and will no longer stand for the universal free energy to be used for anything nefarious, and only be utilized for that which is involved in service to the highest good for all. The golden goddess rises into the darkness of the night, illuminating all in her path, where no one gets left behind in the dark. In the end, all come to the true light of Source for full redemption and integration into the unity consciousness of pure awareness we call Buddha mind. Our chakras are being enlightened up for the grand rising of the ecstatic energetics of 5D and beyond through our sacred vessels of light in the ascension spiral of the new Lemuria. This is the cultivation and culmination of our holy waters and holy fires of Mother, Father, God, made manifest through our sacred heart centers. Together we rise in the dawning of the new golden age of eternal life, as we walk each other home among the stars. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end, and please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 8 degrees, 13 minutes Pisces. The sun is at 13 degrees, 50 minutes Libra. The current Sabian symbol for the moon at 9 degrees Pisces. The race begins. Intent on outdistancing his rivals, a jockey spurs his horse to great speed. And the current Sabian symbol for the sun at 14 degrees Libra. In the heat of the noon, a man takes his siesta. From AstrologyWeekly.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Valerie A. Elster. Timeline jump yesterday. Saw black clouds. Vertical axis Monday. Earth Dragon reunions this week. Mainframe. From ValerieElster.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina G. Our body, totally embraced by divine light, a non-stop flow of higher frequencies activating our cells, ready to go quantum and release distortions. From newlemuria.it. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Rick Jewers, all divine feminine anchor into Gaia Terra, the incoming magnetism and preparation of another uplifting for the material planet. The arcs are ready as seen with the ship alignments in the night sky, as the energetics for the birthing channel are enhanced, and Terra moving upward through this construction. Love and light, Rick from gpms.world. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Sophie Gregoire. This full moon's energy is already so strong. You have reached your limits with something and it feels like a fire can't be contained any longer. There is a desire, a shift, a release, a change, a lie to yourself even, that you can't contain anymore now. A part of you has been repressed for too long. The current energy is helping you break free. It's about to be forward movement soon. All your desires have the right to be met and to be. Break the chains. From SophieGregoire.com. From Divine Sister of the Light, Morgan Lee. Another huge collective shift occurred in the last few days. I share my own personal experience or understanding only and if you look past the words and feel into the energy and see what aligns and what does not. On the 4th of October, there was a feeling of a split, and it was difficult to comprehend what this was. Some experience this in dream state, observation, personal experience, or just felt it. I personally cut all my hair off as action and celebration of this. On the 5th of October, in one of our groups, guidance came to bring forth our own shadowed masculine and our own shadowed feminine, and work with these essences of self, communicate, talk, compromise, transform, in whatever way was in alignment for each individual. And at the end have the two distorted or shadow aspects of self merge, become one. On the 6th of October there was a palpable excitement, many feeling of something new or something exciting arriving. On the 7th today I woke this morning with a very clear feeling of nothing I think or thought is true or real anymore, and a distinct sensation of detachment. Total detachment was present. Almost like the slate has been wiped clean. All attachments are now gone. So on the 4/10/2022, there was likely a new choice point made, either consciously or unconsciously, of choosing self somehow. Business, family, relation, addiction, but a moment of choosing the self. And what no longer belongs in your field is simply energetically or physically gone with minimal impact. And only compassion remains, and the mind can no longer spend time there, and even if one can go back to visit the story, to remain in it is almost impossible. It's become irrelevant. Everything more than ever before seems to have come to the now moment, and in the now moment there is only self, and one's own current creations. So any current experience is truly creation by self. A true and conscious period of or time of self-accountability, self-responsibility, and self-creation will be aligned with for a time, as any polarities collapse and the human has a new frequency to play and practice in. I also see this as an energetic split that needed to occur, like the split within our own separation of the shadowed masculine and feminine within. Split first, let go of each other, which included the programs of separation, so that the trinity energy of divine inner masculine, divine inner feminine, and the third energy of self could become one, hence creating the oneness of self, the Holy Trinity, Christ consciousness alignment, the threefold flame, the inner triad, the birthing of the true self. From ZeroPointing.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Allie Ray. For those of you precious hearts who are feeling intense physical, emotional, and mental discomforts, it may be helpful to know that our beloved planet is experiencing a process that is being felt in you. This will affect people very uniquely as we each are in various states and alignments in any given moment. Beyond these intense physical, emotional, and mental states, some precious hearts may be feeling as if reality itself is coming undone. Beloveds, please release any fear that may be arising surrounding your sensations and experiences. If there is anything to do, it is to breathe. Yes, it may feel incredibly overwhelming and you may feel like breathing itself is impossible, but please, precious hearts, breathe. Slow your inner intensity by putting your attention on your breath. Breathe into your heart. Everything that you are experiencing can be made simply by doing your utmost to let go and float through what is happening. Quiet your mind and fears as best you can and keep doing your utmost to remain in your heart. Yes, this is all easier said than done, but indeed it's worth it. We are riding these epic waves together as one, beloveds. Remember that you are so very, very loved, and there is not one moment that God is not there with you. Go deeply into your heart, commune with God. Through all of these epic waves of change, you will find the courage to finally rest in God. You are a hero of love. Keep going, precious hearts. We were born for this. No fear, only love. I so love you, beloveds. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. And from Divine Sis Star of the Light, Aluna Joy Yashkeen. We are operating at a higher frequency now. It is October 6th, and we have now exited the 20-core day Ascension portal. Each time we go through these days, we rise up an evolutionary notch in our ascension. This is not just a repeating 260-day cycle. It is an ascending spiral. The fifth phase, the last 4 days, is usually a roller coaster. And this time was no exception. We had our first X-class solar flare in a long time that blasted through us with brilliant cleansing fire. We had very clear insights into what is ahead for us all. I hope you were paying attention because it was sweet. We also experienced a deep identity reboot. A new higher self is uploading, giving us an upgraded path to our future. We are meeting ourselves for the first time, yet we have always been here. This has caused us to have an identity déjà vu. This offers us new insights to who we are becoming, and that is all going to be okay even though we don't know how, when, or why. Time is wobbly and dreamy to the point it is triggering our body's anxiety, but we now have the ability to work our way through it. The veils between timelines are thinning even further. This is also making the world feel very otherworldly and sometimes completely unreal. It is easy to get lost in all the perspectives. We can feel lost as we flip-flop across realities. We don't really know where this is all going yet. We might be making a choice to what reality we want to anchor into, or we may also be doing a test run into living multidimensionality and spherically. I am all in for the later. We can't avoid our feelings or our truth as it rises up with great force. This helps us to claim our rightful, natural, God-given space in the world. We are standing more firmly to our healthy boundaries and reclaiming our personal space. But as our new self integrates, we will become even more clear to who we are, and our boundaries will evolve along with this. The very last day, the 5th of October 2022, gave us a peek at the work that is still ahead of us. Yes, the work ahead is much like what we have already been working through, but now we have new upgraded tools that are attuned to the new frequencies. But remember, the world is different as well. So things will not work in the same way as before. In many ways, we are starting from scratch with a new frequency and baseline. Assuming anything at this point will not give us the desired results we expect. Don't take anything for granted. Pay attention to everything. Nothing is as it was, nor will it be ever again. Blessings, blessings, blessings to you. From alunajoy.com. From Divine Sis Star of the Light, Saffron Satara. Closing portals. I've been quiet on here lately, lots going on behind the scenes. On September 27th, I moved through 4 days of profound ceremony with my Goddess Codes container. Seshet, great lady of books, brought through profound wisdom and new codes. In those 4 days, I knew something was unearthing. As light weavers, we're always guided by our inner oracle, even when the full story hasn't been revealed yet. It is how we learn to trust the knowledge we hold inside. It is also how we learn to trust where we are placed and what our frequency is here to do. Your frequency is your soul signature. It is your mission and unique codes. Seshet reminds us that to change both our collective and our individual futures, we must first learn from the past. We must trust the path at every wheel and turn. I was at a wedding last weekend that brought me to certain places in the south of Ireland. Each night I try to sleep, I was opening up portals to clear the lands. This is the part of me that I have to accept. I'm never placed where I'm not meant to be. The veils are thin right now, and the weekend past there was another great purge of low vibrational beings. I finished my weekend visiting Castle Pollard Mother and Baby Home. We were led there because there are over 500 babies in a mass grave and mothers who probably haven't been accounted for. This place is a portal from hell. I won't go into the history of this place as it would trigger many. My point at this post is that I was told that many of hell's portals have been closed. I'm sharing because possibly you might be guided to such sites or vortexes to assist in closing them. It was heavy work. I'm still recovering from it. What I was shown today is that Earth's old grids are purging and realigning with her true frequency. I was shown in that particular place that many elementals were trapped there. The place was soulless and souls needed to be closed over. Thankfully, I am sure there has been significant changes that have happened on that land. Grid work is not always rainbows and butterflies. I'm sure whoever resonates with this will understand why we are placed in certain areas. Right now this work is ongoing and many hell portals are being closed. New Earth cannot be birthed with some of its existing grids and vortexes. Everything is changing right now, which is why we will experience extreme weather changes. October is a big month. I am told it's one of the biggest of this year. Trust where you are guided right now, even if it's uncomfortable. Your soul signature will guide you. There are elementals trapped in some of these portals that are needing assistance to be released. Much is purging right now. The winds of change are here. Today I heard the message, it is time. There's something huge coming. We are being prepared for it. From SaffronSatara.com. From Divine Angel of the Light, Blue Rose Oracles. Today's energies are intense and fast as the framework and foundations of the slower dimensional reality grids are spinning and splintering. This bifurcation process is assisting with our transition into new timelines and grid formations as our own personal grids are continuing to expand and change structure to enable new crystalline and platinum diamond templates to download. These templates are activation keys that assist us in unlocking the inner navigator as we are called to completely surrender and trust in our own capacity to hold space for ourselves, the collective, and the planet as we transition out of the old matrices. The current frequencies and wavelengths pulsating through the planetary grid are assisted by some intense solar fluctuations and activity as we are being blasted with gamma and plasma rays that specifically shift any vibrational resonance with linear time streams and old patterns of operating from the mind-based conditioning and logic rather than heart-based flow and frequency. Mind patterns continue to show up in our awareness as we are shifting out of old survival patterns that required us to adapt and drop into logical linear mode within the old timelines and incarnational experiences. This is creating uncomfortableness in the chakras and any resistance or protective layers around the heart. Vulnerability, survival, and sovereignty are especially heightened right now. This current breakthrough is happening across multiple timelines and within the collective heart field. The boomerang effect of energies we are experiencing are linked to centuries of thought form energies and imprints being cleared from the planetary chakras, the grids, the collective field, the astral, and the akashic field. So much is clearing that the mind is swirling as the brow and crown are disconnecting temporarily as these old patterns and thought forms and collective imprints clear. Atlantean and Egyptian timelines are experiencing some huge clearings as veils of distraction and distortion are clearing. Blue, green, and violet ray activation keys are flowing into the grids, and anyone working with these rays at present are experiencing some deep, intense clearing and template upgrades to shift out any old patterns and programs. Key observations, heightened emotions, hyper, buzzing, fizzing feeling in the mind, thoughts racing, anxiousness, and unease in the lower chakras, needing to physically move and clear space, declutter and burn off this intense, fast swirling energy, craving magnesium, cacao and fluid, physical purges, sleep patterns completely out of sync, flashbacks from the past, alternate and parallel timelines, ground feels wobbly and shaky, disconnection, and technology glitches. Take only what resonates, use your discernment, and follow your own intuition. And from divine consorts of the light, Suryananda and Ayed, the great central sun and the violet flame dual timeline, download and shift, released onto Gaia for inhabitants of the light 4th of October 2022. One effect of this being an inner change in body temperature, although not confined to this, with Father and Divine Mother and the Elohim from the great central sun. From the great central sun, Akashic records. As with all timelines, tremendous activity is ongoing, this being inevitable as the forces of creation continue with their creative energies. Thus, with timelines which are beyond the gravitational pull and pressure of Gaia and the physical world, there are deep and significant changes inherent within such timelines. The great central sun and the violet flame dual timeline has opened necessary to these times, gifting access into yet another gateway to the great central sun, the omnipresent, omnipotent power of creation, existence itself. Whilst the violet flame being within the great central sun, thus this dual timeline and gateway acts as both an arrival and departure gateway into ever more timelines. Within the magnificence and vastness of the great central sun, as the seeker on Gaia enters and gains access to these timelines within the great central sun. In the etheric, timelines are not accessible in the physical form. These very different higher frequencies, energies, and vibrations, such timelines gift is the recognition, understanding, and conscious awareness whilst in the physical of creation, without the veils and barriers which Gaia has long held for many over the creative force of existence of non-physical worlds. It has been a major change with tremendous potential, that with the inner body temperatures changing, that access into these new timelines have become much more easily accessible, as entry into that which exists beyond Gaia become manifest, thus consciously recognized as the vastness and immeasurable depths and range of non-physical worlds, take the seeker on Gaia into long-awaited and predestined journeys. We are gifted access into the higher dimensions and frequencies, thus with this dual timeline and gateway, inevitably as with journeys beyond Gaia where access is through consciousness, visions, dreams, clairaudience, and clairvoyance. This is inherent within the seeker on Gaia as to their origins in the non-physical worlds, whether the great central sun, stars, and other worlds beyond the great central sun, and that their magnetic pull and longing for home will draw them into the higher energies and frequencies of home, whilst retaining the consciousness of the great central sun, which has always been inherent within. With these inner temperature changes, not to be confused with the day-to-day body temperature changes on Gaia as to being too cold or hot in the economic sense or in countries which are hot or cold. These inner body changes in temperature apply specifically as described here, gifting inhabitants of the light, entry and access into this, the great central sun and the violet flame dual timeline and gateway, thereby assisting with the understanding of the great central sun and stars and worlds beyond the great central sun, whereby the magnetic pull of home unfolds within. The great central sun and the violet flame have released a second shift and download the 6th of October 2022, following on from the great central sun and the violet flame triple download and shift many hours ago. This second download and shift has amplified the tremendous impact for many on Gaia, which will continue, with Father and Divine Mother and the Elohim, from the great central sun. From the great central sun, Akashic records, This new second shift and download has amplified considerably. The great central sun and the violet flame, triple download and shift, shared hours ago on the 6th of October. The impact of energies has been very obvious for many. And from Divine Sis Star of the Light, Carolyn, 144 God Code. This Libra season is bringing justice to return back to love and wisdom. Together these will carry you home. Utilize these tools today and focus on self-care. Taking a time out will help you get focused and make new plans from your new state of consciousness. Very wise and intellectual ideas are coming through to be written. These plans are replacing all that has been removed to create a new life from this foundation. Now is the time to rewrite your life story. Get grounded and anchor in your energy to the earth. Become a conduit of the information entering to take action upon. Trust that justice is triumphing, setting you free to have this new beginning. Divine timing will reveal this. For now, prepare for the changes coming. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. God bless you, Carolyn, Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Sis Star of the Light, Leah, White Horse. Moon in Pisces, Sun in Libra, square Palace in Cancer. With the moon's dive into Pisces, we arrive at the end of a cycle. The last sign of the zodiac is a place of rest and reflection where we can contemplate our place in the grand scheme of things and reconnect with the inner self. We may be more emotional, more easily moved, highly sensitive to suffering. Offer a hand to help if you feel moved to do so, or ask for help if you need it. The emphasis is on unity. The challenge is that the solar connection to Pallas may mean we feel out of sorts with ourselves. We're so busy with peacekeeping that maybe we feel left out of the equation. A new strategy is required, but there's dis-ease, an anagram of seaside. Close your eyes and imagine yourself by the shore, the soft hush of waves, a distant cry of a seagull. Return to the source. Water connects us all. The natural pattern is illuminated when we are in a place of calm. Surrender to the flow. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from 13 Moon Peace Time. Today on Keen 141, after journeying 20 days down the 7th mystic column of the Tzolk'in spin, we began a new column of the Tzolk'in, column 8. The 8th column runs from Keen 141 through Keen 160. Column 8 contains the Omega run of 10 galactic activation portals, Keen 146 through Keen 155, within the Yellow Seed wave spell. We are now accessing higher dimensions. When you go past the 7th dimension, you get to the parallel universe dimensions, which are the 8th through the 13th dimension. Note that each column of the Tzolk'in represents a dimension 1 through 13 respectively. Column 8 on the Tzolk'in correlates to the pulsation ray of harmonic resonance. Column 8 mirrors and completes the process of column 6 of the Tzolk'in, which we note here. The mirror 8th dimension is on the inside of the 6th dimension. The pulsation ray 6 organic balance represents the hexagonal ordering principle underlying crystal and cellular structures. This organic balance, 6, is complemented by 8, the principle of harmonic resonance, which governs the octave frequency levels by which all organic structures, inclusive of crystals, vibrate. Mayan Factor by Jose Arguelles, Volume Votan, from 13moonpeacetime.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 141, Red Spectral Dragon. Spectral is the name for the number 11, and its key words are liberate, release, and dissolve. The 11th day of the Blue Monkey wave spell is found at the top of a new column. We have finally passed the central column now, which was very powerful but intense. I personally really enjoy the last few days of the Monkey wave spell, and soon we shall be enjoying the Yellow Seed wave spell, another one of my favorites because it is full of abundance. As for this spectral day, we can simply let go and feel free. There is respite today from all the monkey business we've endured of late, because the number 11 releases us from the wave spell's agenda. Today is Red Dragon, which represents nurturing being and birth. The letting go process which the 11th day facilitates naturally results in nurturing. Letting go is the best way to be kind to yourself. We are always our own worst enemies, and we too often hold on to things that weigh us down. This means that if you slow down, take care of yourself, and insist on getting the rest and nurturing your need, you will be ready to start again. Liberation is the key here, and we must remember that taking time out to heal and replenish our energy is never a waste of time, but an investment in our future energy. The dragon invites us to leave the cave renewed and ready for new beginnings, but first we must rest accordingly. Today the guide is also the red dragon, and so a double helping of that nurturing energy. On number 11 days, the day is always guided by itself. We are liberated by the number 11, and there is no external guide to complicate the message. And today from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red Spectral Dragon, 11 Emish, Keen 141, 6th of October 2022, Liberating Birth. 610-2022 equals 610-6 equals 616 equals 67 equals 13 equals 4. Day code 6 Heaven, Christ, Family, Romance, Fertility. 13 Goddess, Cosmic Consciousness, Natural Lore, Synchronic Time. 4 Form, Structure, Foundation, Earth, Angelic. Month year codes 10 Manifestation, Authority, Power. 1 New Beginnings, Original Leader. 6 7 Magic, Mystic, Spiritual, Solitude, Initiation. 2 Partner, Twin, Cooperation. 20 The Awakening, Clear Vision. 22 Architect of Peace, Master Builder. Keen 141 equals 6 Heaven, Christ, Harmony, Family. 6 Heaven's Gate. Another 13-4 code today, which is the frequency of the self-existing moon goddess constructing our new earth paradise this dream spell year. Very potent cosmic creation codes today. A divine heavenly portal opens today as we exit the central column of the Tzolk'in, commencing our new journey at the top of column 8, preparing for another 10-day gap portal in 4 days' time. The 8th column denotes source flow, the in-breath and out-breath of infinite source energy, bringing forth abundance and eternal blessings. Today's 6-6 code assures us we have heaven's blessing. Anything impeding this flow will be revealed. Day 11 in the blue monkey wave spell of magic, joy, bliss, play, merriment, spontaneity, and a return to innocence. Today is a day of release. Releasing all energies built up over the last 10 days and manifested yesterday. Today we are seeking to liberate the divine magic, joy, and bliss within us through self-nurturance and birthing a new way of compassionate being. Tone of creation, spectral, is the 11th tone of creation. It operates in the emotional realm, and its actions are that of dissolving, releasing, and liberating. Today is all about emotional release. Allow that energy in motion to be expressed and dissolved. Allow the tears, the laughter, the joy to be expressed. No holding back. Connect with that inner laughter and bliss of your divine child and give it legs to run free and play, totally liberated. This is a very powerful opportunity to release core wounding regarding our mother wounding, divine nurturance and separation from source. These are very powerful energies at work to create final closure, dissolving all impediments to you finally claiming your true magic and divine innocence. Our divine child is very loved by both parents and the heavenly and earthly realms. Tone 11 symbolizes a gateway in polarity, inviting you to step through into a new, more divine reality. Heaven's gate is opening wide today. Today's questions are: what emotional blocks to self, divine nurturance do I need to dissolve in order to birth and liberate more compassion, magic, joy, and bliss in my life? Can we as a collective family accept total responsibility for the care of every citizen on earth? Red spectral dragon is the perfect day for the dissolution of the old you and the release of the old matrix, liberating humanity from oppression. Mother Dragon allows the new paradigm to be birthed into being through our combined hearts, united as one, for our people and our planet. Viva la revolution! Divine blessings for the total liberation of divine bliss and nurturance in your life. In la ketch a la keen, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 141, Red Spectral Dragon. The mantra, the code for today is, I dissolve in order to nurture, releasing being. I seal the input of birth. With the spectral tone of liberation, I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue our work. If you'd like to help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world and help contribute to our mission and this channel, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Lori Ann Johnson, for your donation today. Thank you very much, Divine Sister. We appreciate you and your support, and we appreciate all of you that continue to support us in our work and mission. We couldn't be doing this work without you. So if you'd like to support us with a one-time donation, you could do so to our PayPal account at egolovecondor.com. I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You could purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totem, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com, and she has a 20% off sale until October 25th, so be sure to take advantage of that. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with a powerful prayer from Divine Sister of the Light, Aurelia. Prayer for Divine Love. In the name of my beloved I Am Presence, I call the power of divine love to be magnified within my heart and world daily. I am love, joyous love, radiating love, unconditional love. God consumes my shadows, transmuting them into love. This day I am a focus of divine love flowing through every cell of my being. I am a living stream of pure divine love that can never be requalified by fear, anger, hatred, dislikes, and greed. All negative thoughts and feelings are now dissolved and consumed by the power of divine love, which I am. I am love. I live in the consciousness of love. I am love in its fullest expression, blessing all mankind with divine love. I radiate love. I am love in action, blessing, uplifting, and healing all on earth. From Prayers to the Seven Sacred Flames by Aurelia. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful and blessed Friday, an amazing, beautiful, blessed weekend ahead as we come into the power of this full moon in Aries on Sunday, the 9th, and the 10:10 portal on Moon Day and Sukkot. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The Eagle and the Condor love you all. Namaste.